year that Floyd Mayweather usually had this date. But now the new cash cow, which is Canelo Alvarez, is about to take over the day. But the UK favorite, Amir Kahn. What I will do today is break down exactly what each one of these guys should do in the sport of boxing, inside of that ring, in order to give themselves the most advantage. Amir Kahn is elusive, very quick of feet, superior hand speed. So one of the things that Amir Kahn must do in this fight is use one of the tactics that was used back in the 2004 Olympics, which is what we call the hook and swoop. It's where you throw the hook, not just to land a punch, but to score, push off, and change the angles. And we'll demonstrate that now. The hook and swoop. As Amir Kahn tries to get away from the guy that's going to be chasing him all night in Canelo Alvarez, his objective is to be elusive. So I'm going to show you what the hook and swoop is about. They used this back in the 2004 Olympics. The Cubans mastered the science of getting away. So if you're going to be a great escape artist, your objective is to understand how to create angles off of offense, not just footwork. The hook and swoop. When the guy's coming to press you, Amir Khan's hands are so fast. He always wants to get off combinations. One of the reasons that Danny Garcia got a chance to counterpunch him and knock him out in the 4th round of their fight. So his objective this time is to not put himself in that same position. Canelo Alvarez is going to be trying to cut the ring off and shrink the ring. But his objective is when he throws those 1-2s, you're just not trying to score, you're trying to hook and use his weight against him, coming off with his weight, creating an angle, and once he creates that angle, pop, 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 he can start a new offense. But as the fight goes on, you do not want someone who hits with the power and the speed and velocity of a Canelo Alvarez to press and wear you down. So your angles must be short. You must not run all night long because it didn't work for Alvarez, at least not enough to win the fight. He mustn't use a lot of space. He must use short angles. He must use short angles. He has to get outside, not using a lot of energy. So his objective is to do dips, is to dip out just a little bit off of an angle, slightly back, step around, 1-2, and throw the 3. 1-2, and put some of those in the breadbasket, taking them out later in the rounds, taking his body away, taking that aggression away. So what we'll do is demonstrate the dip out that he has to do. He has to master this. Short dip and an angle, keeping Canelo directly off of his trail, but without using or wasting a lot of energy. Dip out and use angle. Walk forward, boom, just little short dips. Dip, out. Stay guarded, stay protected. And again. And dip and slip on the outside. Canelo Alvarez, pop, pop, and just stay on an angle. Whether they go left or go right. Just don't use a lot of energy that night because you'll wear yourself out. Kahn is very elusive in the ring, quick of feet, and even quicker of hand. So Canelo Alvarez's job is to shrink the ring. How do you shrink the ring? He's going to move left to right, and I'm going to show you how you prevent a guy from getting away. This third thing, as the fight goes on, you popping, and soon what you want to do is catch him, surprise him to the liver, like he did with Zab Judah, and like he did with Marcos McDonald. Pop, pop, ha, and catch Canelo Alvarez off guard because we already know he has a brass chin. So his objective is to catch him off guard, pop, pop, throw that shot to the liver, step around, keep it moving. Because if you allow the Mexican machine gun to press you, he'll hit you to the hips, solar plex, liver shots, to the kidneys, combinations, upstairs and downstairs, and press his weight. It'll be a long night. Canelo Alvarez, which is the present cash cow of boxing, has an amazing body attack. And in order for him to win this fight against someone who uses the ring as much as Amir Kahn do, he has to find the range, press him backwards, and smash him to the body, taking those legs away so he won't be able to get away from him in the late rounds. How will he do this? He will shrink the ring on Amir Kahn. And this is exactly how he'll do it. So what Canelo wants to do is shrink the ring. So when Amir Kahn goes to his right, Canelo is going to step here, here. And then he's going to go back that way. So he's going to go there and there. Then he's going to go here, boom, and boom. Then he's going to try to, keep pressing him back until he gets him to the ropes. First he'll break him down to the liver. He has a great liver shot. He throws that right to the solar plex, and he comes around swooping, breaking you down to the feather rib and into the liver. And if you watch some of his fights, like with Alvarez, even though Alvarez was using the ring very well, Canelo shrunk the ring. And Alvarez was absolutely elusive, but he still caught up with him. With the experience of being in the ring with Floyd Mayweather, he was able to shrink the ring on him, break him to the body, uppercuts to the stomach, consistent uppercuts to the stomach, hitting him right in the breadbasket and taking the gas out of him with those shots to the liver and the feather rib, which is easy to break when you have the strength of a Canelo Alvarez. I call him the Mexican machine gun. He's going to come and then start sinking those shots into the solar plex, right? And then hooks to the body, and that vintage left hook to the body, continuously take the gas out of him. The next thing he has to do is he has to make all of that conditioning that Amir Kahn is doing, building up that muscle mass, he has to make it work against him. So he also has to throw the shots and hit them in the arms, making those arms fatigue, hitting them in the shoulders, making those shoulders feel heavy. So he ends up, as he's throwing, boom. Don't just hit him to the stomach and the ribs, hit him in the arms, hit him in the forearms. Let him know what it really feels like at middleweight. Don't just come up a weight class and think it's just gonna feel the same. Your objective is to make them understand what it feels to be in the big leagues. Bing, bing. And this is the key for Canelo Alvarez to walk away from this division undisputed at 155, the catch weight for the 160-pound division. Now, most of you have already taken note that Amir Kahn is doing intense conditioning for this fight. But that intense conditioning can also work against him. Because what will happen is the muscle will experience increased burn in the muscle, which will later on exhaust the muscle, giving the muscles fatigue and also increasing the hyperemia, which is the blood pump. And then the body will have to pump that extra blood out. Canelo Alvarez was doing intense conditioning prior to the Austin Trout fight, and he learned later that look, he had to pay a dear price for it, and it wasn't worth the effort. So let's just hope that this doesn't work against Amir Kahn, but Canelo Alvarez is hoping it does. So the key to victory for Canelo Alvarez, he must walk to Amir Kahn. He must press that body attack. He must hit him to the arms and shoulders, wearing them out, making that extra conditioning work against him, shrink the ring, and he will be the new cash cow and continuously reign as middleweight champion. And then we'll see who's next for the new cash cow. Energy, strong. Good. Good. You go back out. You go back. Tip. Outside of his left step. Outside of that right foot. Outside of that shoulder. Turn on the gas a little bit. Make sure you don't. Make that move. You're outside. Good. There you go. Slight movements. Slight movements. Just east, west, southeast, southwest. In Master Boxing, there's a lot of knowledge and a lot of years. Some of the things that we want to teach you guys is there is special elements that certain fighters bring into the ring. It's above skills, and it's not in a boxing journal 101. It's what we call that third dimension. The things that are not listed in a boxing pamphlet. The things that guys with high IQs and insight, we call it the third eye, they obtain this gift. Guys like Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather, Bernard Hopkins, just those things that they can do to combat the guys that come into the ring and have trained 8 weeks for them, but what they do is they execute what goes on the night in that fight, during that fight, keeping the other guy one step behind. We call it the third dimension. My name is Coach Eric Bradley, and I thank you guys for watching. This is Master Boxing, where you get your masters in boxing. So long. Enjoy the fight. Continue to follow us on social media at Master Boxing across the board. So long. Much love to the sport we love. Peace.